Hey everybody, Paul Carney here of eXp Realty, and welcome to another edition of Market Watch. We're going to analyze the numbers that came in for the month of January 2022. The number of homes sold for the Kingston and Area Real Estate Association totaled 187 units. This is down 10.5% from January 2021. Let's take a look at the Housing Price Index, also known as the HPI. This is an important tool to keep in mind because what it allows a home buyer to do is to have a more accurate gauge for the value on single-family homes, for townhouses, and for the condos and apartment market. So let's look into that. For a single-family home, the HPI was $580,500. This represents an increase of 28.7%. The benchmark price for a townhouse or row unit was $463,400. This represents an increase of 33.4% compared to a year earlier. And the benchmark for an apartment price was $396,700, representing an increase of 25.1% from a year ago, January. With these figures in mind, let's take a look at the overall average price of homes sold in January 22. This number is $659,865, increasing 27.2% from January 2021. The number of new listings saw a decline of 1.3% from January 2021. And there was 229 new residential listings in January 2022. This was the lowest number of new listings added to January in more than 3 decades. To give a broader context of this data, new listings are down 24.9% below the 5-year average and 49.3% below the 10-year average. Overall, Kingston is way down on active residential listings. We only have 172 active units on the market at the end of January, which is down 28.9%. Active listings haven't been this low in more than 3 decades. Based on all this, Kingston has made the national news as being the city with the highest housing price increase in Canada. Low inventory coupled with strong demand is the reason. Overall, my colleagues are reporting that almost half of the buyers that we're seeing in the Kingston market are coming from out of town. And this makes sense when we see how COVID has reinvented the office space with a lot of workplaces going more remotely. And so if employees are given an option to work remotely, then a city like Kingston, being a waterfront city that's less expensive, promoting a lot of lifestyle, becomes more attractive. And so we're still seeing a continuation of this trend. Because we have these low inventory levels, I've certainly had a few buyers reaching out to me expressing their concerns about what they're seeing. So I just want to give a little bit of a context to what the Ontario Real Estate Association, which I'm a member of, is trying to do about it. Right now, overall in Canada, we have, of all the G7 countries, the fewest housing units per capita. Ontario is needing an additional 650,000 housing units to have the same level of housing as the average of other provinces. So here's the 3 things right now that the Ontario Real Estate Association is proposing. 1, reducing the red tape on new development by implementing and permitting process improvements. Essentially what they're trying to do here is eliminate unnecessary delays and expenses for new home construction. 2, increase the supply of homes in undeveloped land, since working from home has created renewed interest in rural subdivision and smaller communities. 3, intensifying density along major transit routes. By creating more transit-oriented communities, Ontarians can both save time and money, which will also increase their lifestyle. So overall, what I'm saying to my buyers right now that I work with is that I hear you loud and clear that it's not an easy time to buy. But nonetheless, I've still had a lot of wins for a lot of buyers in this marketplace. And one of the reasons why is because I'm staying on top of these numbers. I'm understanding what it means to provide us with better strategy and also with more confidence in the bidding process to know that they're getting a good deal. I'm proud to be a member of the Ontario Real Estate Association. I'm glad to see that the people that are in charge of KAREA recognize this and they're doing everything they can to lobby to all levels of government to give more supply on the market, which will enable more Canadians the opportunity to purchase a house. I believe it's a very important thing for any hardworking family to be able to access a house that's affordable to them, and I hope that in the months to come we start seeing more supply and more implementation of this. But for now, yes, if you're looking at buying or selling in this market, I'm happy to talk to you about it and tell you about some of the wins that I've been able to give for my clients over these past few trying months that we've seen in the market.